Hey guys, it is your friendly neighborhood nurse, Holy Basil, back at it again with another voiceover. Starting off today with a set of chin ups. Hadn't had a delegated back workout in a long time, and got a good friend of mine, John Bryant, working out with me. Very thankful, always thankful to have somebody in the Oliplex with me. Today I want to talk about reflections. Proverbs 16:1. The reflections of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. And if there's one thing that we can do, it's we can look back at pieces of our life. We can look back at experiences, moments, whatever it may be, but memory is a blessing. And I know that each one of you guys, whether it be lying in bed at night or in the shower, thinking back about a missed opportunity, something you should have said, something you should have done, but ultimately you wanted to improve or to do something different. And there's a pretty cool TED Talks. An old fighter pilot talks about the importance of debriefing, a strategy they do in the military. Got some ring rows here. Really love these. Take a lot of stress off the lower back, and really you can isolate those lats. They just feel super great. They light me up. But anyway, back to the debriefing. He talks about how anytime they go on a mission, afterwards, it's not fun. They sit down and evaluate what could have been done differently, what could have been done better. No matter how perfect it went, no matter how bad it went, how could it have gone better? 2 days ago, as I was passing meds to my patients, got interrupted. Oliver, they need your help in another room. A patient's coding. I ran in there. Chaos. Probably 11 people, 4 nurses maybe, 3 doctors, 2 or 3 med students. So immediately I help, start doing chest compressions. The woman ended up making it, at least for then. There's not really a high success rate after ribs are broken and CPR is done. So it seemed like the code went well. We sat down afterwards, and one of my older coworkers, she asked, "What could have been better?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, what could we have done differently?" And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Well, the nurse really didn't know anything about the patient. When the doctor asked, she didn't know history. She didn't know if the patient had heart failure, any previous arrhythmias, kidney failure, anything. She knew she didn't answer. It's very important in those critical situations to keep a straight head and to be able to answer questions. Got some high pulls here. But the nurse didn't know anything, and if it was optimal, she would have told the doctor what was going on, but we had to look it up. And other than that, everything went pretty well. But I think it's very important to look back at everything we've done, our regrets, our mistakes. What could have done different? What could we have done differently? And what I really want to start incorporating is looking at my workouts. What could I have done better? No matter how great it was, no matter how good the pump was, or whatever PR was crushed. What could have gone better? Could I have prepped better? Could I have eaten more? Could I have eaten less? Could I have read my Bible a little longer? Could I have slept longer? Could I have not wasted as much time on my phone in my workout? Could I have spent a few other minutes doing another exercise that was a little better? I think it's important to reflect, because when you look in the mirror, the only person looking back at you is yourself, and unless you do something different, that person's not going to change, just mimicking you all along. And man, I'm really enjoying training lately. Really. Really enjoying the process of improvement. And though I might not be better today, might not be better tomorrow, know that in the end, I'll be able to reflect on everything and know that I did as much as I could, but I will have learned how to improve. Here I am doing some shrugs, getting close to the end of my workout here. I think it's a blessing to be able to reflect on what we've done. Sometimes it can curse us. Sometimes it's nice. You remember a good memory, you get to relive it. I think one of the worst things that we can do is to look back and kind of pout. Here we got some lat press downs, a couple sets of 40. I sped this up to save you guys probably a 20-minute video. Not really super glorious, but I think of Judas in the Bible, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or what your belief state is, but it's okay. And how he betrayed Jesus. And afterwards, after everything was said and done, and he had his pieces of silver, he just collapses in a field and he kills himself. Judas did the wrong thing when he reflected. He reflected and he made no improvements. He could have repented. He could have gotten better, but he didn't. You have that choice. Do you want to get better? When you reflect, you have that choice. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed something today. Hope you guys maybe learned something. Maybe I amused you. Hope to see you in another video.